Squad effort, team effort, backroom staff, medical staff, kit, media, players, everybody. Another clean sheet. What's that, 4 in a row, Jan? That's a f***ing style now. These are our standards we set. We've got one more game. Our cup final in whenever next month. We're going to Australia. We are going.
Fang standing firm. Now it's O'Sullivan. And there's the run of Barrett. And Barrett's given herself a chance here. Amber Barrett in on goal. Amber Barrett makes the breakthrough of the second half. Brosnan takes it.
That's it.
Esther Starbley blows the whistle. And Ireland are going to the World Cup. The tricolour will fly in Australia and New Zealand next summer. This is sensational. History is made in Glasgow.
That's a difficult, yeah, that's difficult.
In one sentence.
It felt like you were in the Hunger Games.
An experience that I'll never forget.
Unbelievable, and really grateful and proud of everything that we were able to accomplish.
If you have the most ultimate goal that you've ever had in your life and you've achieved it,
Probably an experience that you will look back on fondly for the rest of your life.
The massive amounts of pride we felt as a team being down there.
When we had played America earlier, right before the World Cup, a few months before, I remember coming into the first trainings, and I was starting as their centre forward, and we were playing a bit of a different formation, and it suited me as a centre forward in it. And I think up to that point I had been a player that was always very versatile and tried to, you're always trying to make sure you fit what the team needs and you do your job and to whatever is asked of you. And in that moment it was this weird feeling of whoa, we're playing that actually suits me a lot. And yes, you do what you're asked of, but a lot of players I know around me were going to have to be versatile as well.
Vera brought a lot of things to us, and for sure belief was one of them, because she knew how good we can be on our day, and yeah, she tried to push that.
I knew I was going because I was I'm going, I have to go. Do you know what I mean? Obviously I'd been injured, and then it was trying to get everything right with Vera, with her programme. I think if you're in a place and you're just worrying all the time, that's only one thing's going to come from that, is worry, and you've got to kind of have a vision of where you want to go. So I feel like everyone kind of has to have that. And yeah, I think playing football, it's a very mental game, and everyone's got different careers, different journeys. When we all got a text message, I think kind of saying calm down at this time. So it was didn't know what to expect. It's am I going in for an individual chat? Am I not? But I remember then going in the lift down to leave the apartment block, and I was a wee bit and you just got that wee feeling oh, going to find out now. And you've always got that wee bit of doubt, maybe. There's always that wee bit of doubt, maybe you're not going here. But yeah, when we all got down there and met, obviously, there was a group of us that we kind of were right, we're all going in as one. And then we'd heard that some of the other girls had meetings before. So yeah, it was a weird one, because there's obviously people that were really upset, and you are heartening for them, especially if you're closer to some of them. So it was definitely a mixed day, I would say.
When you think about it, like you said, when you start playing football and kicking around in the backyard with your friends, I don't know, you mess around and you're oh, I'm gonna be in the World Cup. But like you said, not many people get to say that they've been there, and especially to help Ireland get to our first World Cup together, it just means so much. And obviously to play such a big part of it, and yeah, to be wearing the #1 shirt, and after everything I've been through, to earn it and to work really hard, it was really, really special for me. I feel like I always try to be like, fulfill whatever the role the team needs for me is. Like, I talk about that a lot, especially as a goalkeeper. Like, you never know if you're gonna make no saves, 1 save, 20 saves. So I kind of just try to stay in the moment. But then when you're able to reflect back and, like you said, see the impact that I had in the qualifying games and things like that, it just, yeah, it makes it more special, and just you had a direct hand in kind of helping us to get to this goal that we've been dreaming about for so long. So yeah, I definitely don't take it for granted.
Australia, let's go. On a flight. I think we were so determined since those qualifiers started that we were going to make it to the World Cup, and I think the team matured so much during that time, and there was just a feeling of confidence that we were going to make it and nothing was going to stop us from getting there, and yeah, we did. It's unbelievable. There was just Irish fans absolutely everywhere. We'd walk for a coffee, there was Irish fans, you'd always seen a green shirt, so yeah, that was very special. And just going to the game, obviously there's some nerves, but just listening to music on the way in the bus and trying to stay in the zone, but it was very special, just being like, I'm here in Australia about to play my first game in a World Cup. It was something that I didn't take for granted.
The size of it was, I couldn't quite believe it. We'd never properly, we'd been in a couple of stadiums, but I think everything just, the size, the height of it, seeing, if someone was up on that back wall, I'm like, how are they going to see the match?
The highs and the lows, the girls that we've left back in Dublin that have been on the journey with us throughout the whole campaign, let's take that with us tomorrow. Watch parties all over the country tomorrow. Each and every game we've played, we've went beyond expectation at times. No one's really believed in us. Enjoy it. That's why we started playing football in the first place. Run every ounce of grass tomorrow for each other. 1, 2, 3! Irish! Until tomorrow.
The moment has finally arrived. We are here in the old Olympic Stadium in Sydney, Australia, which is now Stadium Australia 2000. And O'Sullivan from Cork took the silver medal, the 5,000 metres on the track.
Yeah, it was a long walk, and then it was like the longest wait. So I think, everyone came out like serious.
The anticipation of walking out to our first ever World Cup game in front of a sold-out crowd, and then with all our friends and family there as well, travelling across the world really, to support us, and knowing everyone would be watching back home. I think that would be my top moment.
I tore a tendon in my foot. That was maybe, God, who knows, 20, 30 minutes. I'm going up, heading the ball, and Rusha and one of their players are, I don't know what they're doing, rugby tackling each other to the ground. And their timing was perfect in terms of when I was jumping up and then I landed down. They also landed on my foot.
It's kind of hard because I'd say it was really disappointing and frustrating, because I feel like we did quite well in that opening game, and I feel like as the time went on further and further, then I hadn't scored. It was those moments, we've been there before, where it's like, okay, we keep the clean sheet, we're doing really well, and we're gonna nick something, we're gonna get something, we're gonna get our opportunity. So it kind of felt like that typical storyline of a lot of our games in the qualifiers, or when we play big opponents, like we're hanging in there, we're doing our job defensively, and we know we're gonna get that one opportunity to score.
I don't think the fans know how much they meant to us at that tournament. They brought the energy for us. So I didn't think it would get better than obviously the opening game against Australia with 80,000 people.
It's like it's going to be a lovely Irish sort of day tomorrow.
I think for us we don't bother about the weather, what kind of weather it is, because we're used to it.
It was like a different sort of atmosphere in Perth. Like, we were in a smaller stadium, and I think like 17,000 and 18,000 of the fans out of the 20,000 fans were Irish. To sing Iran Naveen together, and the cheer afterwards, it literally gave us all goosebumps.
Yeah, the Canada game felt, again, that do or die kind of feeling, like, was just in everybody, and you don't, it's like an unspoken feeling, and every game felt like a lot of pressure, but that one in itself was our tournament at that point. Once it started like pouring rain as well in the first half, I just felt like, I was like, we are literally back in Dublin right now. Like, this is our game.
Gorman pits it into space. Lucy Quinn puts a really dangerous ball across the box that can go anywhere. It's a good play from Ireland.
I know we were really transitional, and we got a ball out to Lucy Quinn on the right, and she literally had to play she had to play one ball to one place and hit me right on like my stride, which is one of the most difficult things to do in this game, and she did. And I mean, the keeper came up with a big save, and then of course we have Katie McCabe. It's like written in the stars.
Converted, but here's a corner for Ireland to be taken by McCabe.
I think I was edge of the box when that's where I usually am for corners, and yeah, the minute it went in the air, I just got that feeling that it was going in the back of the net.
When I saw her move and like the ball in the air, it was like slow motion, like, you know, this is destined to go in.
But as soon as it was hit, I knew it was in. You could just see where the keeper was, the way the ball was going, it was in.
You know, we just say swing it in, like swing it in that area, we'll be there, but then also, like, you know, if you put it in on top of the keeper, like, that's fine as well. And yeah, and she did more than that.
Another inviting ball in there, and the crossbar is in! Katie McCabe has put Ireland in front, straight from the corner kick. What about that? What a start for the Irish. The Olympic champions rattled by that. First up the
I think the celebration was more just to embrace the crowd, like, and kind of share that moment with them, because even on the lead up to me going over and getting the corner, you can hear the Irish accents in the crowd cheering you on, and it brings a smile to my face. I love hearing it, especially like when you're at a World Cup and in Perth.
Obviously, as a goalkeeper, I'm like not in the celebrations, and like you always want to be a part of it, but I'm just like at the back jumping by myself. And I think that was like the first time in a long time where I was like, I need to run up here. Like, I want to be a part of this, because it was just so amazing. And I think obviously for it to be Katie, like, it's amazing, because everything she's done for this team and this country and this sport in this country, it's hard to put into words. And I think everyone knows how much she means to all of us on the team and how much she means to this country as a whole. So I think it really gave me goosebumps, and it's just like nobody deserves it more than her for everything.
It ends in disappointment. There is one more game to play against Nigeria, but there will be no progress beyond the group stage for Ireland after this disappointment in Perth tonight. The final scoreline of Canada 2, Ireland 1.
We were clapping the crowd, and we sort of done a lap of the pitch, and then as I came back round, I caught my dad in the stand, and I just sort of waved to him and clapped. But I knew he was proud, and I was proud that we'd actually got a World Cup. My career and life has been highs and lows, because I'm just an idiot, but I'm me. So I know I put them through a lot of torture at times, but I knew he was proud, and I knew like all the sacrifices that they've made as parents was like actually worth it for something in the end.
Ready, go! 7, come on, left right! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm fortunate enough to have played many games with Courtney, and to have seen her and be her teammate, to see her make the most unbelievable saves. But when it comes down to it, on a world stage, in a game like that, to secure points in the World Cup, to come up with a save that good. to be a big time player and come up in a big time moment. That is what sets players away from the rest.
It was amazing. I think I was like by Amber and Harriet, and I think they like started pouring water on me, or like people were like jumping up, and I just think it's the moments like that, like it makes me so proud to be a part of this team, because we all want each other to do so well, and everyone celebrates the success of every player. And I think I look at the group in the huddle and like can see that everyone was so excited and so happy for me.
We got our point. Nobody thought we'd get anything. Nobody even thought we'd go on a point, so we took the small wins.
It was the best experience of my life, but it was also very tough, and it was a very intense time. So I think it was very important that we had each other every day there, and I think that made it a whole lot easier. For me, putting on the number 10 shirt is very special, and as long as I'm doing that, I'm going to give it 100%, and I want to leave that shirt in the best possible place for the next young girl that comes through.
I feel like sometimes as a goalkeeper, you're like the forgotten one. Like no one's like dreaming of being a goalkeeper. They all want to be the striker scoring the goals. So it's amazing to see, as you said, little girls dreaming of making saves in games and saving penalties and doing these things, and to have a little bit of a part in that is really special.
Look, the group we have is so special, and for us, the majority of us have been playing together for like since we were like kids, 12, 13-year-olds, when you're on those first teams at under 16s, under 15 skills, like working our way through the ranks together, and the path we have over here in Ireland. So to be at the pinnacle at a World Cup with those girls is something you can only dream of. And for us as like a whole, we've got so many different characters. We've got obviously the calm heads, we've got the kids, we've got the funny ones, you've got people just having the crack, so you've got a bit of everything in there.
Okay, here we go, guys. You do the same thing. Same thing.
Long sleeve jumps.
Here we go.
I think the important thing about us playing at a World Cup was to inspire a next generation of young girls and young boys. Young girls most importantly, because as young players and as kids, as a group, we weren't able to look up to our role models and them to be women. It was always men. So for us, using our platform and what we represent as a team, which is always giving back and giving time to younger players, to younger people to look up to us, and we just want to inspire. And I think at the World Cup, we made a lot of history, but for us it was important to leave a legacy.